Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm creating this makeup look. If you don't have much time but you want to look flawless, this is the makeup tutorial for you. So just keep watching to see how I created it. So this is one of my absolute favorite makeup looks. I always feel pretty in this makeup and I can kind of trust it to last throughout the day, and I know that my skin's gonna look great. And I feel like so much of how your makeup is perceived by other people is how good your skin looks. So these are some of my favorite products to achieve this look, and it's super fast. It's like 10-15 minutes. I'm slower here because I'm talking you through it, but genuinely I can do it in 10 minutes and out the door. Okay guys, so let's get started. This is one of those looks that I just wear every day, in and out, super easy to apply. It's always gonna look flawless, and I'm gonna try and use the minimum products for you as well. So it's really something you can go to when you're not really sure what else to do. So first of all, I'm gonna start with the La Mer Gel Moisturizer. This is the Cooling Gel Moisturizer from La Mer. I love this underneath makeup. I just think the finish is really great and it adds a lot of hydration and it almost works like a primer. Next, I'm gonna do a mixture of the two La Mer foundations. So these are the two colors that I wear the most. This is Linen and Buff. So Buff's a bit darker, so I do one pump of Buff, one of Linen. And then what I'm gonna do is use their oil in combination with the foundation. So you just give it a good shake, do a pump, and I probably put 2 or 3 dots of the oil into the foundation. I've done 3 today. Then with my hand, I'm literally just mixing it all together on the back of my hand, the two colors and the oil. I've been loving this technique ever since I went to LA with La Mer and Mary Phillips did my makeup, because I really loved how my skin looked. So I use their powder brush, this is a really fluffy powder brush, straight into the foundation and then just press it onto the skin. Areas that you need a little bit of extra coverage, you can just literally build this up over the top and it builds really well. And the remainder, always take down your neck. Any places that my skin tends to pocket foundation, I'll go back over with my fingers after the brush and just press. The foundation will have corrected 90% of any discoloration on your skin, so you only need a tiny bit of concealer. I use the Tom Ford concealer, mostly under the eyes, just to brighten, a little bit on the chin. And if you want a kind of more contoured look, you can also take it just down the bridge of the nose as well. You can always take your foundation brush again and just over the places where the concealer's gone. It'll just help to diffuse the concealer out a little bit. Now I'm going to set my under eyes. This is the Laura Mercier Brightening Powder. So I'm just lightly pressing that on. For the rest of the face, I'm going to use the Ambient Light palette from Hourglass. And what I do is I use the 2 darker shades first, which are the 2 outer shades. You can kind of see there's 2 shades that are darker ones. I use them for the main body of my face, and then I use the central paler shade for the highlight areas. So now I'm using the paler colour down the bridge of the nose, top of the cheekbones. The thing I love about the Hourglass palette is that there's no talc in their powders, so it is literally impossible to make your skin look cakey with Hourglass palettes. They just melt into the skin and give you a really natural skin texture that's glowy, which for me, that's gonna last the day and look great and look effortless as well. Next, I'm gonna add some bronzer and some highlight. To do that, I'm gonna use this palette. This is the Sun Designer palette in number 6 from By Terry. This is their new one, and they brought out 2 this year. One's a blush and one's a bronzer. So this is the bronzer palette. I'm gonna take my brush through this side here, the main bronzing side, and I just kind of reverse my brush so there's not one color on one side, and then patting the bronzer in. I love this palette. It's really easy to apply, really flattering on the skin, and you'll see why I love it even more in a minute. Now I'm taking my highlight brush and I'm gonna take it into this shade here, that's slightly peachy pink. That's my favorite of the highlight shades. I'm just taking it across the top of the cheekbone and then across the nose as well. With my finger, I'm going to pick it up and go on the top of the lip as well. Now I'm going to take one of my all-time favorite blushes. This is Inhibition from Tom Ford. I think this suits so many skin tones. It's so flattering and pretty, you kind of can't go wrong with it. Next, I'm going to use a By Terry eye crayon. This is in the colour Copper Crush. These are super easy to apply. I'm literally just going to take it over my lid and use it as a primer for my shadow. So I've just drawn it on and now I'm going to blend it out with my finger. It's super, super easy. Now is when you really see the look come together. I'm going to take my By Terry bronzing palette and a blending eyeshadow brush. I'm going to pick up this mid-tone, so the middle stripe of the bronzer first, which is a kind of taupey pinky kind of bronze shade. I'm going to take that all over the crease of the eye first. You don't need to be tidy with this, you're literally just laying down a base shade. I promise it's idiot proof, and I'm doing this slowly because I'm talking you through it, but I could do this whole look in 10 minutes easily. So now you've got a powdery base layer that's going to let you blend the other colours on the top really easily. So I'm going to pick up the dark brown bronze shade from the By Terry palette and run it into my crease. You can see already that's added a gorgeous contour to that lid. What's left on the brush you can run under your lashes on the bottom. Then with your finger you're going to pick up this shimmery shade in the middle of the highlight side and just press it onto the middle of your lid. And that's just going to give you a really nice subtle shimmery glow. I blend mine out with the same brush. You can also take anything that's left on your finger under your brows and just here to brighten up a little bit. You can add even a little extra if you want to. It's up to you how much shimmer you want to achieve, but you can just literally take the brush over the whole thing and blend it out afterwards. It's all going to be in tone with your face because it's the bronzer that you used on your cheeks, so it's all going to blend in. It's never going to look like you've done anything wrong. You literally can't mess it up. Brows are totally optional. If you've got great brows, don't bother with this step, but I would always like to just brush mine out a little bit and either add some pencil and gel if I have time, or just pencil if I don't. Or just gel, I guess, if you don't want to. I'm going to use the Tom Ford pencil. This is an Espresso, and I'm just mapping my brow out. And to hold them in place, I'm going to use the Arch Gel from Hourglass. I always wipe off the back on my hand just in case. Using the long side of the bristles first, I just comb the hair up, and then I use the short side to kind of add a bit more product in and smooth the hairs across. At the moment I'm really liking a kind of more messy, fluffy brow. I feel like it's really soft and flattering on the face and makes you feel like spring and summer are coming, which is also really cheerful. So I'm just going to set my face with the Caudlie spray. This is their Beauty Elixir. It's a classic. I love in the morning how fresh it smells. It smells almost minty and it's just so like revitalizing and boosts your skin. I love it. So on a day like today, when I want it to be natural and pretty and feathery, I'm going to apply the Sensai regular 38-degree lash mascara, and I just apply it straight from the wand to add a little bit of definition, but in a subtle way, whereas the volumizing one would be a lot more high impact. This one is a little bit more relaxed. And I can use it on the top and bottom, which I love because it's a really nice small brush. Naturally, I'm still addicted to my silicone brushes, so I just take that through to break the mascara up and give me a nice feathery lash. Finally, to finish, I'm going to use the Fenty lip gloss. This is a universal colour, and I just think it looks really great with these kind of bronzy shades. I just love the colour of this gloss. It's like so easy to apply. You can't mess it up again, and it goes really well with these kind of bronzy colours. So that's the finished look. It was super fast. It's some of my favourite fail-safe products. So I really hope that you'll enjoy having a go at this at home, and let me know if the products work as well for you as they do for me.